Assalamu alaikum, my name is Muhammad Ahmed and today I am here to talk about a personality named Ernest Hemingway. He's a Nobel laureate in literature and got the Nobel Prize in 1954. Let's move on towards his introduction. There is no friend as loyal as a book. Ernest Miller Hemingway, an American novelist, journalist, war correspondent, and one of the most influential personality in the world, or in the modern age. His contribution to literature changed storytelling forever. He didn't just write books, he crafted a style, a philosophy, and an attitude that shaped generations. Going on towards his biography. His biography is divided into 5 different parts as 5 different stages of his life. Going on towards his early life. Hemingway was born on July 21, 1899 in Oak Park, Illinois. This is a picture of him in his childhood and this is a picture of his town. His father Clarence Hemingway was a respected physician. His mother Grace Hall Hemingway was a trained opera singer. These are the pictures of his parents. This contact between a disciplinarian artistic mother and an adventurous outdoor father gave Hemingway a dual identity, as you can see in his writing. Soft emotions hidden behind the strong silences. Going on towards the next part of the biography, school and early writing. He studied at Oak Park High School where he became an editor of the school newspaper. These are the pictures of him at the school and his school. His English teacher noted that even at the age of 15, his writing had adult clarity and precision. Surprisingly, he never attended college. He believed that real life was a better teacher than any classroom. Going on to the next part of the biography, start a career at Kansas City Star. At the age of 17, he became a reporter. Then he went to the World War as an ambulance driver. He carried a soldier that was brutally injured in the war while Hemingway was also injured. This bravery earned him the Italian Silver Medal of Bravery. Now, moving towards the next part, Paris Years, the birth of a writer. After the war, Hemingway moved to the Paris. This is a picture of him in the Paris. Here he met Gertrude Stein, Erza Pound, and F. Scott Fitzgerald, a group later called the Lost Generation. This is a group that appeared after the World War I and called the young generation the Lost Generation. They never meant genuinely lost. They meant disappointed from the society. Ernest Miller Hemingway also had many adventures. He covered the Greek Turkish War, lived in Spain during the Civil War, witnessed the rise of fascism, fought fires in Montana forests, hunted lion in Africa, and sailed the Gulf Stream from Cuba. These are the pictures of him having these adventures. A. Hocher, his close friend, wrote that Hemingway lived more lives in a decade than most of the people live in a lifetime. Remember this and all his adventures, I'll tell you why. Going on towards the next part of the biography, later years and struggle. Even after 2 plane crashes in Africa, he continued writing. Yes, this is true. Ernest Miller Hemingway survived 2 plane crashes in 48 hours, yet his wife couldn't survive it, but he survived. That's why his friend told that he lived more lives in a decade than most of the people do. Besides all of these adventures, he still survived 2 plane crashes. But injuries and depression slowly affected him. Yet his final works carried the same power, honest, raw, and unforgettable. Now going on towards the major contributions, works, themes, and writing style. These are some of the major contributions of Ernest Miller Hemingway. As you can see, he created the iceberg theory. Only 10% of the story is written and 90% is hidden beneath the surface. The next part is theme of writing. These are some of the themes in which he wrote novels, books, etc. And these are some of the major works he had done. You can see these are some of the major works that Hemingway had done to this world. These works are still taught globally in the literature department from Harvard to Oxford. Now, on the next part, this is the question of why I am talking here. Why he won the Nobel Prize in 1954.
At his home near Havana, Ernest Hemingway receives word that he has been awarded the 1954 Nobel Prize for Literature. The 55-year-old American author comments in halting Spanish,
Y con este que recibe del Nobel, voy a...
And the answer is, it's novel. The Old Man and the Sea is the reason why he got the Nobel Prize. The Old Man and the Sea was specially praised for its purity, symbolism, and universal message. The next part is impact on the world and global influences and legacy. These are some of the impacts on the world of his work. Now going on towards the tribute. Why we chose Hemingway and lessons from his life. The answer is, we chose Ernest Hemingway not because he was famous, but because he was fearless. He lived, observed, experienced everything he wrote. His life teaches us to face difficulties with courage, to observe the world deeply, to write honestly, to never stop learning. These are some of the credits of our group members. You can see. Now I would like to conclude with his famous quote. The world breaks everyone, and afterwards some are strong at the broken places. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your time.